Hello photography fans, and welcome to another episode about classic cameras and classic photo gear. In today's episode, I would like to present you another classic beauty. This one comes from the eastern side of the world, and it's a Vilia camera from Soviet Union. Let's check it out. Here it is, ladies and gentlemen, this beautiful, classic, elegant Vilia camera. This beauty was manufactured by company Belomo in Belarus, and it was between 1973 and 1986. This model here that I have in my hand is most likely from 1980s. So it's basically plastic construction with some sheet metal bits, like the bottom plate, the top plate, side plates, and some other odd bits of metal. But otherwise mostly plastic. Very cheap, very similar to Smena camera, although it's a separate design. There were roughly about 2 million of these cameras made. Let's look into some of the features this camera has to offer. So let's start from the lens. It's a triplet lens, f4 at 40mm focal length. It's a good lens. 3-element, obviously, triplet. And let's take a look at some numbers on top of the lens so we better understand what this whole shebang does. So if you look at it from the body side, you see the first set of numbers is the shutter speed. It ranges from 130f all the way to 250, and the bulb. The second set of numbers is actually not adjustable. The second set of numbers that you see here, those are aperture numbers, and this whole ring is basically a depth of field scale. So the way this works, you focus your shot. So let's say I'm going to focus at 4 meters. So I set my 4 meter mark with the alignment arrow, and then I look at the scale, and I know I'm shooting at f11. So I know that everything from roughly about 1.7 meter all the way past infinity or to infinity is going to be in focus. This is called acceptable focus. This is not, the only focus part is 4 meter, but everything, the depth of field extends from 1.7 meter all the way to infinity. The next set of numbers is your focusing scale. So that ranges, it's in meters, so that ranges between 0.8 meter all the way to infinity. Also, the same scale has little pictograms. Those are little cool pictograms of people and landscapes. So the first one at 1 meter is just a portrait of a person. The second one at 1.5 is a group portrait of 2 people. The third pictogram is at 4 meters, and that's just a group of people, distance. And then at 8 you have your silo, which is very common pictogram used on most of these Soviet cameras. And then after that you have infinity. Other very useful feature, and this is for some of you guys that use Sony 16, and instead of just remembering this camera has that feature built in. So on the bottom of the lens you see the word GOST or ISO. And GOST was the Russian equivalent of ISO. So it goes from 25 to 200. But you'll notice that once you turn this ring, the shutter speed changes as well. So that's really cool, because let's say you're shooting at 100 ISO. You're shooting Sony 16. Check this out. Your ring automatically goes to 1/25 of a second, which roughly matches the ISO of the film. Now, inside the viewfinder, there are little pictograms. And those pictograms are coupled with your aperture settings. So the pictograms inside the viewfinder are, and I've tried to hold this camera steady, but it's super cloudy day, less cloudy day, cloudy with periods of sunshine, and then full sunshine day. So these pictograms correspond with apertures. f4, f5.6, f8, f11, and f16 for super sunshiny day. Very cool feature. You don't have to remember anything. All you do is set your ISO on the bottom, or your shutter speed, or ISO.
It's easy, folks.
It's so simple. Isn't it, you guys? Isn't it simple?
And then you just look into the viewfinder, and then you, on the bottom, you have the little lever right here that changes the aperture, and you just select whatever weather condition you have, and you shoot away. And it's good, and it works, because it's sunny 16, so you know it works.
If you followed all the instructional material, you just...
In the back of the camera, you have a little reminder of what film you loaded. This doesn't do anything, it's just a reminder. So you loaded 100 GOST or ISO film. Also in the back, you have your advance lever. Very, very cool sound. I love it. And on the top of the camera, you have a couple things. You have your rewind mechanism. It works. Then you have your hot shoe. On top of your hot shoe, on the side of the camera, you have a PC sync port. Man, could this get any better? Could this get any better? No, it probably could, but it doesn't. Then on the side, further yet, right below the PC sync, you have a little tab, which is nicely hidden, so you can't just accidentally open the camera. This opens the back of the camera, so you just push it down, and then rear hatch opens up. And inside is just plastic. Nice thing is that Vilia doesn't need additional spool, the take-up spool for your film. There's already one built in. On the bottom of the camera, you have three things. You have your 1/4-20 tripod socket. You have your release button for rewinding the film. And you have your counter. Very, very cool. Also, the nice thing about the viewfinder is that it has the parallax adjustment lines. They don't move like some of the advanced rangefinder cameras, because this is not a rangefinder camera, but it has lines already drawn in, so you can use the outside lines for anything from infinity to closer. Let's say, I would say 2 meters, and anything below 2 meters all the way down to 1, it's the inside of the lines, so that you correct for parallax. And for those of you that don't know what parallax is, I suggest reading up on it, or wait, maybe one day I'll make a video on this. So that's it, ladies and gentlemen. This is beautiful classic cameras. At the end of this video, I'll be sharing some pictures taken with this, and they were taken around the house. And I made a print of one of them, just my kids. The contrast not very, very good, but it's due to the printing. Not well, the contrast is good, but it could be better. But this is due to printing, not the film or exposure. So the camera, awesome camera. If you ever come across one, get it. It's cheap. I got this one for $10 plus shipping from good old Russian Federation, and this is a great addition to any camera lover, camera fans, and if it's in working condition, you'll be happy with it. So ladies and gentlemen, I hope you enjoyed this overview of this classic beauty Vilia. Stay tuned for more videos. More videos are coming up. We're gonna learn a lot of new things. And don't forget, keep shooting film and keep the film alive.
Железный шлем, деревянный костыль. Король с войны возвращался домой. Солдаты пели, глотая пыль, и пел с ними вместе король хромой. Терьям, терьярим, терьям, терьям, терьярим, терьям, терьям, терьярим, терьям, 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 терьям. Троянский бархат, немурский шелк, на башне ждала королева. И вот платком она машет, завидев полк, она смеется.